Alright, what's up guys? It's GSR here. So let's talk about what a true combo is and what a true combo string is, right? So um, combo strings are a lot different from Mortal Kombat. There's other options that you have access to. There's other things that you can more than likely do defensively to prevent the opponent from completing the full combo string, mainly if there is a gap in it. If it is a true combo or a true combo string, more than likely you won't necessarily be able to avoid it. You'll probably have to hold it and, more than likely deal with potential pressure, or it might just be your turn. Depending on what the opponent's response is when they're on the defensive side of things. Now that you can move those frames before the opponent can, because they're minus on block, right? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is what a true combo is. So I call it that because that's what I think it is. So you want to put the AI on block all, and you want to put it on the second action, which is action after a hit or block. So this acts as an auto guard in a sense. So this actually gives you a good feel and a good idea of what's going on. So laws 112 is guaranteed. But if I was to go for like laws 3-4, right? This is guaranteed, right? But if I go for like laws 1-2, and then I was to try and go for like his 1-2-3, if you notice, the opponent is able to block the third hit, right? If I was to go for like laws 4-3-4, right? They're able to block the third hit. Now, there's other options that the opponent has access to if they are familiar with that combo string when it comes to that particular matchup. So a good example of this, right, is say for example, the opponent is getting hit by this, right? This is what's very interesting about this game, right? If the opponent ends up getting hit by the 3-4, right, this is guaranteed, right? Like they can't do anything about this, right? If I go for 1-1-2, these are multiple highs. If I go for the 1-2, these are multiple highs. These are guaranteed as well. But if I go for like the 4-3-4 and I try to complete, the combo string and try to get full damage on it, you see that? So on hit, more than likely they might have an option to prevent you from completing the full entire string. And this is something that you're going to have to lab with so you can fully understand it. So that's really important. So say for example, I go for like the back to one. As you can clearly see, this is like hold on, I'll do this actually because you can't neutral duck that. But as you can clearly see, the opponent can block it, and I'm minus 15 on block. So this is unbelievably unsafe. So this is not necessarily something I would actually go for. It is useful for combos because as you can clearly see, there's an icon where it says hit properties, where if I do this, right, I can extend my combo further. You see what I'm saying? It can be useful for that, right? And obviously, like, this mid is decent. It's 16 frames. It's decent for the most part. It's minus 8, so you can't actually be punished, but you're more than likely going to have to deal with pressure or mix-up potential from the opponent, just in general. So that's something that you're going to have to be careful with, right? You can't just move freely and do whatever the hell you want to do when you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what a true combo is. Now, obviously, there's juggle combos and stuff like that. Like, obviously, you have, you have shit like this where, you can go basically ape shit on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a juggle combo, right? But a true combo, at least this is what I call it, is when the opponent can't avoid that hit. Like, it's guaranteed. Like, they can't do anything about it, right? Now, obviously, you want to look at the hit advantage because there are certain normals that will leave you minus on block. So, like, say, for example, I was to go for, like, this situation here. As you can clearly see, I'm -1 on block. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a quick example. So you want to be plus on block so you can enforce more offense onto the opponent. You understand what I'm saying? Now, obviously, they have defensive options, such as possibly parrying you or going for a low parry or possibly armoring or side dashing and stuff. So there's definitely options here for the opponent. But that's basically a true combo. It's just something to where, like, it's guaranteed. Like, it's guaranteed that they can't do anything about it, right? And more than likely, you'll have hit advantage to where you can move those frames before the opponent can, right? But if you were to complete a full string, right, you got to understand that there might be a gap in your shit. So that's why that's important, because as you can clearly see, he can block that, but he doesn't have to do that. He can actually just neutral duck. You understand what I'm saying? And then obviously, like, once they do something like that, then you have other options, such as like going into like a mid or something like that. You know what I'm saying? To catch them off guard. Like, you get the idea, right? Now, when it comes to a true block string, right? If I was to go for like this 1-2-3, right? This is guaranteed. Like there's nothing the opponent can do about it. So like I'll put him on crouch block, or you could put him on crouching. It doesn't matter. If I go for like the 1-2, this is a double high, right? But if I go for the 1-1, right, he'll block it, but he'll end up neutral ducking it, right? Which means that there's a gap in it. Now, another thing you have to also understand is that if you stagger your attacks, like say for example, I go for like this standing 2 back 2, right, with Law, right? If I stagger it, you see that? You see what just happened? Now it's not a true block string anymore. But if I do it in a quick sequence, like it's a true block string and they have to hold that, right? But as you can clearly see, if I try to go into an extra hit, there's a gap. So you have to understand that you have true block strings that the opponent has no choice but to hold and block, or they'll just end up getting hit. And then you'll have combo strings that have gaps in it and stuff like that, to where more than likely they'll have certain options to challenge you, just in general. So that's something that you have to pay attention to, right? Now, there's a lot of different characters in here, a lot of different matchups. You're gonna have to lab with like a lot of these different characters and stuff. I know I'm gonna have to. I'm still learning Law's combo strings so that way I can have better offense. Obviously, I'm gonna have to have better defense as well, like a balance between the two, so that way I can, you know, figure out what I'm up against and stuff like that. And it just takes time and dedication. So that's basically what a true block string is, just in general. So I hope that this helped you guys out. I know that when I was labbing it, I was like, wait a minute, is that a true block string? Is that a true combo? And then I started calling it that, and I was like, that's exactly what the fuck it is. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully this helped you guys out. But hopefully you guys are doing well up there. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.